Stop trying to give Anakin Skywalker a pass. Stop trying to give Anakin Skywalker justification for turning to the dark side. I just found this as a response to Anakin turning to the dark side over on Threads. So, in honor of May the 5th, May the 4th, May the 5th, which was a few days ago, I'm going to address this. This is what the person said, right? The Jedi Order played with his emotions too much. 1, on the council, but not a master. 2, Ahsoka's expulsion from the Order. 3, confusion, trained for war, told to be peaceful. Okay, anybody who's watched the series, just the movies, I'm not going with anything with Ahsoka. I'm not. As much as I like the Clone Wars, I have to rewatch that over and over again. I'm not going with the Clone Wars. But the first 2 are bullshit. Anakin got put on a council at the request of Palpatine. Do you understand what that is? That's like our president, Donald Trump, picking the new pope or picking who can be on the cardinals in the Catholic Church. That's what it is. You think that's appropriate? Anakin should not have been anywhere near the Masters, period. He may have been the best there. He needed to be humbled. Mace was right. Point blank, period. There's no reason why a politician should be picking. The Jedi is essentially warrior monks. A politician should not have their hands in the council of a religious group. All right, let's keep going. Now, need I remind you, before Anakin ever turned his lightsaber on younglings, Anakin turned his lightsaber on innocent women and children. The Tusken Sand Raiders, in his own words, kidnapped and tortured his mama, Shmi. So he wiped out all the Tusken Raiders responsible, plus the women and children. Anakin gets no justification for anything because he was doing evil long before them eyes turned red and yellow. He struck them down in hatred, called them monsters, and he said he hated them. For what? What did the kids and the women have anything to do with what the men did, essentially kidnapping Shmi? Okay. Anakin did not belong anywhere near the fucking Jedi Council. Mace was right. Yoda, they were right. He shouldn't have been a master, period. Now let's get with this whole, okay, he's trained for war, but he's told to be peaceful. Who else does that? I know, soldiers. Now, he was a child soldier, if that's what you want to call it. I'll just say he's a warrior monk, a ninja, if you will, because that's what ninjas, a ninja, if you will. You don't justify soldiers going and murking innocent people, do you? Because that's what you're doing with Anakin. I was a soldier. I never anybody who didn't deserve it. I never shot anybody who didn't deserve it. When you're being trained to be a warrior in general, they're also teaching you to use your common sense. They're not teaching you, I'm almost positive the Jedi are not teaching you to willy-nilly. And keep in mind, this was the Clone Wars. You were drones and bots, mainly drones and bots. The only organic life you were fighting was Dooku. So that number 3 does not hold water. It doesn't. Anakin 1 should not have been anywhere near the council. No politician should be picking anything on any religious anything, period. Him being a soldier is not a justification for being confused. It's not a justification for being confused. What was going on was he was scared because he was going to lose Padme. That's really what was going on. And he ultimately lost her because he lost his own sense. And the fact that Padme heard him tell her about the Tusken Raiders and him genociding them and still gave him cheeks. That's on Padme. Still gave him cheeks after what he just told her. Anyway, Anakin Skywalker does not have or get any justification for what he did. That was terrible. There's no real redemption. Even if the movies gives him redemption, there's no redemption for what he did. Defenseless children. And it wasn't just the younglings. He did it to the fucking Tusken Raiders too. No justification. I don't care what the council did. What the council did not justify what Anakin's response. And again, had nothing to do with the council. Yeah, that made him angry and he was all pissed off about it. But it really was him looking into the future, finding out that he's going to lose Padme, and he tried to change that and essentially made it happen. He fell into his own fears and went over to the dark side and did some of the most despicable Anakin Skywalker does not deserve any justification. Period. Point blank, period. And you are wild if you think so. Tell me in the comments if you think so. Tell me in the comments. You think Anakin Skywalker deserves understanding for what happened to him? Do you think he deserves somebody to care about him after what he did? Tell me in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
The bamboo earrings, baby.